You always say you can't do this, you always say you can't do that, and you always say you aren't good enough. What if actually you are? What if you are that man that you want to be? What if you do have the body that you want? What if you do have the looks that you want? What if you do have the outfits that you want? What if you are that man that you truly want to be? In today's video, I'm going to break down all the different ways to be confident as a man, and hopefully you can be confident throughout the rest of this year. And so for the first thing I want to talk about for number one would be to attack what is ever not making you confident. And so what I mean by that is, like, say you're a person who you might not be confident in your weight, your body, or your muscles and stuff. I would say attack that fully on. So going to start working out. If it's something to do with school and it might be your grades, you're not confident in your grades, attack that. If it's your job, your side hustle, your business, attack that head on. Like, for a personal example, for me, I would say that I used to really not like my skin back in the day, and I would sit there and say like my skin is ugly, it's bad, and at some point I just knew, like, okay, I'm constantly going to the dermatologist, nothing is working, I need a skin routine. Like, I literally remember, I don't have the book now, but I had like a journal or agenda like a year ago. I did my research for like an hour or two. I was like, okay, what can my skin type be? What am I maybe sensitive to? What are some products? I literally told my mom, I was like, Mom, we're gonna need to get these new products. I've been going to the dermatologist, ain't nothing's working. We went to Target that same weekend, got my stuff. My stuff cleared up that same year. So I'm like, attack it, head on it. If it's the gym and you feel like you're not confident in your body, start going to the gym. Don't do I'm gonna do a gym tour. I might try this membership. No, like, just attack it head on. If it was something with like your hair, go ahead and, start doing them protein treatments, or I think it's like rice mask. Start doing those rice masks. If it's some shampoo, like, just go ahead and attack it. I feel like a lot of the times when we are not confident about ourselves is usually combating fear. And so when you're sitting there scared to work out and you're scared to get into your hair, you're scared to change something about your skin, you're constantly allowing that fear to take over your body, and that's essentially making you lose confidence. So I definitely think attacking what is not making you confident and attacking the fear head on will definitely help make you more confident. And this kind of bounces off for number one, but for number two, I would definitely say to focus on your self-care. I feel like as a man, even though I know they always say that women are the only ones that do the full self-care routines, I definitely feel like as a guy, it is very essential. I found that out. Find that shower gel, do the double cleanse, find, the exfoliating rag, the African net sponge. Like, invest in your self-care. I feel like, especially for somebody like me where, I like self-care winds me down. Like, be able to get up in the morning, wash my face, that stuff gets me ready for the day. That stuff makes me confident. After I come from the gym, after a great workout, and I take that shower, I got that cologne, that lotion, and that body wash. Well, you can't tell me nothing. I feel like I'm top of the world. So that's why I was like, invest into your self-care. Same thing as cologne. There's different sites, different stores, different places. You go in there, test your cologne. I feel like every guy, I feel like it is pushed that guys need to be stanky and musty. No. I feel like every guy, you should have that go-to cologne. I'm not going to get them now because I don't mess with the angle. But if you be watching my vlogs, I use the same I be using my Valentino. I think it's called Ruben or Raban. Then I have a Bath and Body Works one. It's called Vanilla Noir. And then I had like an Ocean Breeze thing from Bath and Body Works. It was a year or two ago. And then I have another old one. So I rotate through my scents. I make sure when it comes to like my body wash and the lotion, like, I kind of like the cocoa butter smell, so I do like cocoa butter, vanilla. I definitely say, because I feel like the world normalizes men not taking care of themselves, men not taking care of their mental health, and I feel like once we really can attack that, then that'll lead into other stuff like confidence, feeling yourself. Even I would say with clothes, like, if you guys see me, I got me a little fit on, got me a little chain, but like, invest in that jewelry, that chain. Like, I know a lot of people don't care about fashion when it comes to like wearing clothes to school or clothes to work, but I feel like for me, clothes is like a self-expression. It's the same thing like they said, once you feel good, you play good. Once you got that fit on, them clothes, them shoes, that cologne, that lotion, that body wash, and you done went in with the African net sponge and you exfoliated, man, I tell you, boy, can't nobody tell you ain't done. You ain't done. So that's what I'm saying. Please invest in that self-care. Please take care of your body. I know they normalize men being musty, men stinking. But once you smell good, you gonna get them compliments. Like, girl gonna walk past you, she gonna be like, what's that smell? It's gonna be you. And that's what I want to say for number 2. You see that rhyme, that rhyme. Okay. And so for number 3, I wanted to say, become who you look up to. And I would definitely say this is kind of a sense of like motivation and to push you. Because say if you always see that one strong influencer, that one strong dude, be like, I want to be like him. Or not even try to be like him, try to be even better than him. Like, I use somebody that really motivates me, especially when it comes to like becoming more of a man, working on my craft, grinding, even getting closer to God. I would definitely say like AB. I love AB Academy. Avery B. He's he's not in Atlanta now, but he was an Atlanta YouTuber. AB Academy motivates me so much. Like, anytime I go through something or I just need some like advice, like I would literally watch AB's videos and use him like my older brother, or kind of like my dad almost. Like, the stuff that he be talking about, I feel like a lot of people need to be hearing. I feel like a lot of men need to have that stuff instilled in them when it comes to like reading books. If I had money, I would have even put finances and stuff in this video, but I'll make enough money to talk about that stuff. But like, men need to learn how to have their finance. They need to do this, do that. And so I would literally be sitting there being like, okay, even when it comes to my YouTube, and I might lose confidence in that, and if the video does bad, it might lose confidence in myself. I'll be like, okay, what would AB do? Heck, AB might make a video about it. You know what I mean? Like, try to connect with other people. Try to do this. I'll be like, okay, what would that content creator do? What would that influencer do? Like, I feel like not necessarily try to be like that person and copy and paste them, but I would say try to even be better than them. I feel like that can be, you can use an example from anywhere. Even in the Bible, many people was trying to be just like God, or follow the way that God was walking, have God's faith, have God's patience, have God's grace. So I'm like, always trying to be better than someone else can definitely help push you. And not even in like an egotistical way or like a cocky way, but that could literally be like good competition for you. You know what I mean? I feel like even when it comes to like habits and stuff, it's kind of hard to like start a habit or something you don't got something on the back burner or backbone of it. But if you like, okay, I want to make more uploads than this dude, I want to be better than my friend, I want to be stronger than my friend, like, those little things will push you. So I definitely would say try to find something that can help push you, or try to something that could like make you more disciplined or motivated. And that's what I wanted to say for number 3. So for the next thing I want to say for number 4, especially on me, I would say don't do things that destroy your confidence. I used to be somebody years ago in high school. Like, I really feel like I would change nothing about high school but my mindset. I used to be so negative, especially when it came to track. Like, and it's crazy because I wanted to run D1 and all that stuff. I literally don't even think I would have made it based off of my mindset alone. Anytime somebody would beat me, I would either be envy, I would either be jealous, or I would be angry. Never in those times where I ever sat there and was like, okay, what could I fix? Maybe what could I switch up? Could it be my start? Like, I would immediately tell myself I did bad. I would immediately do negative self-talk and just be angry at my emotions. And it's like, okay, you being envy, jealous, and angry, where's that getting you? Does that get you closer to your goal? No. You just wasted all that time, emotional time, just time in general on nothing. So I would say don't do things that destroy your confidence. Same thing with me. I'll be honest, you know what I mean? I got like some little breakouts right here and stuff, but at the end of the day, I still know that I've been to the dermatologist, years in the dermatologist. Same thing, I got a bunch of skincare products. It was literally, I was talking on my phone next week. I was like, okay, let me try to pick up this other skincare product because my face is breaking out. Like, you see how I'm constantly trying to, find a solution for the problem and, just accepting things as they are. Now, if I sat here and was like, oh, my skin ugly, this is nasty, this is ugly, that's nasty. It's just like all the stuff that I work for, it's going nowhere. You know what I mean? It's like I didn't build all this time up to better my skin just to break it down to be like, it's nasty and it's ugly. And I would say it's the same thing when it comes to like working out. You might, be learning a new exercise, a new set, and say you mess up, say you can't push past that weight. It's not necessarily saying that you're weak, you're not strong, but maybe you couldn't just do that. You know what I mean? Like, you work so hard into the gym just to sit there and, you did bad one time and give up. It was the same thing for me with school. I definitely feel like, I'm a senior now, but I definitely feel like I gained so much more more confidence when it comes to classes, because I'm like, okay, even if I do bad in the exam, I won't do bad on the next one. Even if I did bad here, I can go to the office hours, I can ask for help. Like, trying to constantly get better, but sitting there tearing yourself down and having negative self-talk is going to literally get you nowhere. Because I feel like you already irritated, then you mad because this person did better than you failed to test, and then because you ain't find a solution, you still mad. And so it's just like, you know what I mean? All that time wasted, you easily could have had a better mindset, then got better results, better habits, and just perform better. So yeah, definitely don't try to have negative self-talk or do anything that can harm you. And that's what I want to say for number 4. This one, I feel like it's very near and dear to my heart. But for number 5, literally when I was writing this down, I was like, you might have did something. For number 5, I want to say is find your community. Talk to your homeboys, relatability, non-judgmental. I would definitely say community is the big part when it comes to confidence. You know, shout out to my homeboys back home, but I just know that they would never ever, even if you don't have confidence in yourself, you could always have that person to push or to instill that confidence in you. Like I said, my homeboys, they would never want to see me do me wrong. Anytime I'm on the game, late night, I might be, you know, sharing my emotions or thoughts about YouTube and all this stuff. Like, they'll continue to encourage me. They'll continue to motivate me. Don't have nobody around you that is not pushing you to be your best self. Don't have nobody around you that is speaking down on your dreams, your name. Like, don't have no type of bad juju, negative energy. Like, no, I feel like, especially when it comes to confident and having your confidence last, I say community is essential. You need them Christians next to you. That is going to be, I think it's accountability. You need those accountability partners, those Christian partners. Tell that man you sinned. Girl, tell that girl, tell your homegirl you sinned so we can push past this point. You know what I mean? Ask that person to pray with you. You know what I mean? You accidentally messed up. You going through something. Ask that person to pray with you. You know what I mean? Sense of community. I feel like we can never, if we all just try to do it our own, we'll never move. We'll never grow. Let's all try to go together. Let's not try to grow individually. You know, like, I even have friends here that, you know, do YouTube. Not all of my friends do YouTube, so I'll confide in them if I'm like, you know, well, dang, this video didn't do good. What can I do? Once again, bouncing off of our last one, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, my video trash, da da da, nobody watched it, views low. Let me go ask my friend who's getting the views, okay, so what are you doing? You know what I mean? Let's start asking them questions. Like I said, sense of community. So I would definitely say reliability. Find that person who you could really connect with. Find that person who, I know it might be hard to go through the same things that you're going through because, you know, we all go through different stuff. But like I said, try to always find that person who you think is relatable, has some type of relatability. And yeah, like I said, people that just don't judge you. Like, we all have to grow. We all go through hard times, mental health struggles. Some of us sin, some of us don't. So always try to find that person you could talk to, you could find, and try to always build that sense of community. And I guess it's all these points back off of each other. But also to go into number 6, I would say try to educate yourself through somebody else or another man. Like I said, how I use AB Academy. Anytime, if it's YouTube advice or, you know, hey, let's, you know, I already talked about the corn. You know what I mean? I know some of you guys still struggle with the corn. You know, there's a lot of YouTube videos about that. AB, he be talking about, you know, not trying to be lustful, being with a bunch of women, the corn. You know what I mean? You gotta find that community, and then at the same time, you might think like you the only one. You go in them comments, it's just the exact same people struggling with the same you struggling with. So, like I said, try to, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, try to educate yourself through somebody else. Definitely one of my hidden gems, I would say, is books. I absolutely love reading. I know some people be like, oh, the self-help fanatics and self-help. Oh, I love me a good self-help book. Because it's like, at the end of the day, if you're able to be successful, let me get those tips so I can be successful. That's how I look at it. It's the same thing as the Bible. Hey, how was Jesus living? Let me know how Jesus was living. I'm trying to live like Jesus. You know what I mean? So I would definitely say read them books, read them scriptures. Definitely for the Bible, I would say Proverbs. Proverbs was so good. It's the book of wisdom. Make sure you read Proverbs. I would say books, specifically talking about like confidence, you know, the way of a superior man. I think that's how you say it. It was by David. I don't know how to say the last name. That book was so good in breaking down, you know, men and controlling our desires, our sexual desires, our lustful desires. So controlling our desires, how to be a man, what should a man do, what should a man be passionate in, like little things like that. I would definitely say will help educate you. And just like I said, once again, I feel like that kind of goes back to community. Like, if you're able to find those people and those men that you can connect with, I definitely think that will help build your confidence, because once again, what you're going through, you're not the only one everybody else is going through. Or when you read books and you read the Bible, you can see, okay, well, Paul was going through this. How can I take Paul's experience into my life? Or the author from this self-help book, he was able to overcome what I'm struggling with. How was he able to overcome that? And you can start applying that to your life. And that's what I wanted to say for number 6. All of these are so connected. Sorry if they're not that much different, but for number 7, I put to build yourself a productive environment. Atomic Habits, I don't know the author's name, but he really taught me that, like, you change your environment, you add one little thing to your environment, it could do so much. Like, for example, I had filmed my intro for this video, and then I went to go eat with some friends. I make sure to have everything out. My ring light, my camera, my chair did not move. As soon as I walked in, immediately got remembered, oh shoot, I'm filming my video, sat right down, got to it. If I had put everything up, it was like, okay, I'm gonna do it when I come back. Y'all, it's 10:40, I probably wouldn't have did it. That simple reminder of my environment being changed, and mind you, my room don't be, like, stuff is all over the place in here. But simple things just like that already has my mind like, okay, since I know my room don't be looking like this, I'm already looking like, okay, what can I change to? Ring light and camera, boom, film the video. Little things like that. I definitely say for someone like me, I remember, I think when I first started reading, I would always keep my book in over here by my desk, or like sometimes I would keep it under like the thing where you can pull, and I would always forget about my book. But now I always put it in my book bag. So anytime if I'm out, I'm going to the dining car or the JC, I have to go in my book bag to get my computer, my binder. I'll be thinking like, oh dang, there's my book. And then I'll read. So little things like that. I remember he talked about in there, in the book, how you could do like vitamins. So like, say if you always want to take your supplements, your vitamins, you could leave them out on the counter, and when you see them, it'll instantly remind you. So just, making yourself a productive environment. And I think it was the way of superior man. It definitely taught me too that like the completion of tasks could definitely help increase your confidence, because that's another thing I changed about my environment. Back at my house, and my other house before I moved, I used to always have my phone like on top of my bed. Is it called headboard? And so say when I would try to wake up at like 5, 6, or 7, I would just go back and turn it. Now if you watch my vlogs, but my bed is here and then my desk is here. I literally have the alarm on my desk and it'll be full volume. So now I had to forcefully get out of bed and turn it off. And I'm like, simple things like that. If you want to start working out in the morning, but you can't wake up, you could do simply like that. Now you're consistently working out. Now you're losing weight. Now you're gaining muscle. Now you gain your confidence. You know what I mean? And it literally could be anything, even if it's skincare. Say you always forget to just wash your face. Put your facial stuff on your bed before you're done using it, or on your desk. Because when you go to those places, it's going to remind you like, oh dang, I didn't wash my face. But if you got your face wash all up in the cabinet, in the counter, in the closet, of course you're not going to see it. You know what I mean? So I definitely say to change your environment a little bit, to add into that little inch of productivity, and those tasks will help you get your confidence. And that's what I wanted to say for number 7. And I kind of touched on this, all these I have touched on, but I definitely say for number 8 is to read that Bible and get closer to God. I definitely always make these videos kind of like, I feel like they're always linked to like what happened in the week or so. Last week, and I definitely feel like my confidence really swayed this week just because I had a lot of work, videos I had to edit on Monday on the bus, shuttle, on the way to SciTech, and then I just had midterms, then I got stuff for Nesby, so I definitely felt like I was overwhelmed, not feeling myself, but I would just have to continue to remind to pray to God, to pray to the Holy Spirit, and to really get closer to Him. And these rougher times, read that scripture. Like my friend had just posted on her story, she was overwhelmed too, but at the same time it's like she's not even mad because she had prayed for this lifestyle, because she knew years ago she would be doing other stuff and not what she's doing. And I'm like, that sure is true. Like, even though, like I said, with social media, you compare yourself, we want to be like this person, we want to be like that person. Majority of the time, you be completely fine. You just have to lock in. Like, bro, wake up. Bro, stop watching that corn. Bro, stop doing the stuff that corn is making you do. You know what I mean? Like, it just be them little things. And that's why I say continue to confide in God, pray for God, like every single day. When I go to sleep, I be praying to God to give me that strength. Look, I be tired. Like, it's 10:40 right now. I'm ready to take this off and chill, wind down. I still got midterms to study for. But it's like, no, I got to be disciplined. I got to do, you know what I mean? So continue to pray to God. Ask God to give you that strength. Continue to pray. Like, I feel like one thing about me, I'm a prayer warrior. I'm going to pray about YouTube to YouTube fall through. You know what I mean? I keep praying about YouTube. God gonna keep on listening, and we just gonna keep on praying. Same thing about this school. You know, hey, I didn't think I was gonna make it past freshman year. You know, I'm a senior, so yeah. So I'm gonna walk across that stage, and yeah, I would definitely say just continue to keep God in it centrally, pray, and then like I said, just as we were talking about the self-help books, look what Paul was doing. Look what Moses was doing. Like all these people in the Bible played not only a significant role, but they played a role in the people that they were impacting in the Bible in their times and in their community, and they're also impacting you in real life. And so that's what I have to say for number 8. And so we have now concluded this video. I hope all these tips and little points really helped anybody out there who's struggling, because of course you clicked on this video for a reason. But I would just say you're fine. Like, majority of the times when you're insecure and you're not feeling yourself, it's either because you're comparing yourself to somebody else, or it could be like you doing stuff you ain't supposed to, like corn, smoking weed, not focused on your tasks. Like, you're doing all of these things, but the center, it be the fear. That's point blank what it is. It be the fear. You know you want to get your body right. You know you want to lock in that gym, but it's that fear of, you know, do I know what I'm doing? Or can I get the body I want? Same thing with the corn. Most people that be watching it and doing it, it's that fear of you just not loving yourself. Like, I was literally watching a podcast the other day. The girl was literally like, if you were to love yourself, you wouldn't keep on doing those bad habits. And that's true. If you love yourself, if you have confidence in yourself, you will start taking care of yourself. You will start wanting better for yourself. You will start wanting a better community, a better friends, a better relationship with anybody around you. You know what I mean? All these things can affect your confidence. Like, I feel like confidence is something that is very influenced. As soon as someone starts talking down on your goals, they start talking about down on your dreams, on your blessings, that can destroy your confidence. Simply as another point when it comes to that self-talk, if you're not pushing through those things, praying to God for it, praying for the Holy Spirit, and you're constantly doing negative self-talk, what do you think you're going to be? What do you think your tasks are going to be? How do you know what I mean? What do you think your mental health is going to be? We have to be able to push past those problems. And like I said earlier, you don't have to push past those problems by yourself. Find that community, find God, find the Holy Spirit, find that scripture, find that self-help book, find that book in the Bible, you know what I mean? Constantly trying to continue to work on yourself. I don't definitely, as someone who, I want confidence now, you can't tell me nothing. But as somebody who used to have such low confidence, that is what it was. It was that fear of not being who I was today. Like, I feel good, I am good, I look good. You know what I mean? But it's like when you feel good, you play good. When you feel good, you study good. When you play good, you record good. You know what I mean? When you good, your mind good. When you pray good, your life good. When you in that Bible good, your life good. You know what I mean? So that's just the little things that I wanted to say. I am big on confidence because, like I said, I feel like a lot of the time we allow outside people, outside spaces to bring us down, to bring down our blessings, but God got you, you got you, and I got you. So anybody watching, I really hope that this video really helped you. I hope that after this video, if you a girl, just know you that girl. You that guy, just know you that man. And can't nobody tell you nothing. Because why can't you be that YouTuber? Why can't you be that business person? Why can't you be that doctor? Why can't you get that degree? We always say it's not going to be us, but why can't it be? We always say it's going to be somebody else, but why can't it be us? And I leave y'all with that. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, road to 600 subs, and I'm going to see y'all in the next video.